Why do we want what we cannot have? This is a question from one of my subscribers and clients, and she wanted to understand this concept, this thought, this belief that it literally has gone around so much over the years, and she really wanted to understand why does she think that way. And if you are one of those people and you think that you can't have something that you want, this is a belief that might be keeping you stuck in that belief. So the universe is saying, yes, I don't know, why can't you? It's just going to stay with you like that. So let's get through this belief, debunk it, get rid of it. All right. But before we get started, my name is Rose and welcome to The Rosey Life. I am so happy that you're here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking the videos, and thank you for believing in me and The Rosey Life. I love you guys so, so much. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me, go to TheRoseyLife.com. You can see the different options there to schedule and work with me, or if you'd like to be in a community, in a group, you can join the Rosey Life community and course. I show up every Wednesday live, diving in deeper, answering your questions, leveling this up so that you guys are just releasing yourself from all of these techniques and beating yourself over the head with all this stuff, right? Let's level up together. That is what that community is about. So if you're interested in going to The Rosey Life and joining that community, the price does go up in January, just letting you know. So you guys still have a little bit of time for the price that it's at now. And you can email me and ask me any questions at rose@roseylife.com. If you're interested in going to one of my retreats coming up, I will send you all the details and information how to sign up and what we're going to be doing. It's a reunion of you and you. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be blowing the roof off, people. All right, so now this question was so interesting, and when I read it, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, I immediately knew the answer, but I would like to share with you how I learned the answer and what it means, right? Why do we have these silly questions like this, knowing that we're powerful, knowing that we are all-knowing, knowing that we can have, be, or do anything we want? Why the hell would anyone ask a question like this still? Why do we want what we can't have, right? So I want to read a couple of quotes from A Course in Miracles first in regards to the ego, right? Because think about what I want you to keep that question in your mind. Why do we want what we can't have? Okay, and then we're going to circle back to it. But here I want you to know about something in the Course in Miracles. It says, "For it is the function of love to unite all things unto itself, and to hold all things together by extending its wholeness." So the function of love, of manifesting, of I am, of God, of universe, right? The function of love is to unite, to bring together its wholeness. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. The ego's function is to separate, to chop it up, to keep you thinking that you're a separate individual, that you are this body, that you are in this world, that you have no control over, and that you have to struggle and you have to want things, and just because you want it doesn't mean you're not going to get it, right? We've heard these things like parents. Oh, I remember, I don't know where I heard this from a parent one time. It's like, you can poop in one hand and hope in the other one, see which one fills up faster, right? All of these things about you can't have what you want, right? We hear this a lot. So it's the ego. This is that part of the mind that's the ego, that you were taught and raised that is who you really are. That's not who you really are. Those are just, the ego is a belief. It's a belief in and of itself that it exists. So the function of the ego, though, is to keep you feeling separate, individualized, not together. It's not wholeness. In fact, in the Course of Miracles, it says something. I remember the first time I read it, I think I almost cried because it just really moved me. And it says that Course in Miracles says that the ego, it wants you to seek and not find. It wants you to seek love but not find it. In other words, it's not going to encourage you not to seek love, because then that would be not believable. Then that's obvious that it's trying to hold you back and keep you away from love, right? But it encourages you to seek love, to think about love, to want things, to want a person, to want to be with someone. But it says seek it, but don't find it. So it wants you. So you might even get into a relationship, or you might find someone, or you might get a job or career or something that you love doing, right? But it will help you, encourage you to not find it, to lose it, to drop it, to break it, to ruin it somehow for yourself, right? Because it doesn't want you to ever find love, because love is like the kryptonite to the ego. It doesn't want you to ever feel wholeness and unity. But in contrast, I am God, love, says seek and you will find it. You get the difference? And that's, I don't know where in the Bible it says, but it says seek and you will find. That is I am. That is God. That is love. It wants you to seek it because it's calling you. So God is love, is calling you. It's calling you love. When you seek love, love finds you. In fact, love comes running to you. When you see love everywhere, love is what you experience. When you find love within yourself and you feel that love for yourself, and you see love in others, right? Then love comes running to you like a magnet. You can't, because it seeks, love seeks to find itself. It like magnetizes towards each other, right? But if you're feeling hatred and resentment and fear and guilt and shame, those are all ploys of the ego to keep you separate from not getting what you want. But it'll keep you in seeking it. It's not going to stop you from trying. And in fact, it wants you to try so that you can fail. It wants you to keep seeking so you don't get it. Instead, you understand and recognize that this is a part of you that is not true, that you created, and that your truth is love, that there is nothing but love. So if there's nothing but love, all of those beliefs and sayings are not true. Do you see? Because that is not a loving thought. That is not a loving belief. That is not a loving way of thinking. Love seeks you. And when you seek love, love comes running to you. So it seeks wholeness. Love always wants unity. It wants fulfillment. It wants completion. It's not seeking separation and doubt and fear and wondering where my thing is. Or that is not love. That again is the ego wanting you to seek for something, saying that you can't have it. So why I wanted to share that with you guys is because I hear that a lot, right? This client just brought it up recently, but I hear that a lot. Like, it's like you feel, if you are one of these people that you feel like you've been manifesting something for a while or whatever, and you feel like you've done everything right and whatever, right? You're looking at time, you're looking at 3D, all of those things, and you're like, well, maybe it's not meant for me. This is another scene, right? It's like, well, maybe it's not meant for me, or maybe it's not in the cards for me, or maybe it's not in the plan for me, right? None of that is true, because that is not love. That's not unity. That's not wholeness. Do you see the difference? Anytime you hear that in your mind of, well, maybe it's not meant for me, it's not meant to happen, it's not meant to work, all of those things, those are all egoic doubts, fears. Today I posted on Instagram, or the other day by the time this video comes out, I posted of, you are scared to death of being loved, right? The only thing that people are afraid of is that they are so loved, and they are scared of it. Well, that scaredy cat is the ego, because the moment that you realize how loved, how adored you are, how powerful you are, the ego has no purpose and it vanishes into thin air, right? Because it has no more purpose for existing. Because love, it's the kryptonite to all your doubts and fears, negative thoughts, all of it. Love is the antidote to everything. All right, my loves, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much again for subscribing and liking the video and sharing it with others to get this message out more and more. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.